Long ago in a far-off land, there was a kingdom torn apart by war. But hope was not lost, for an ancient prophecy foretold that a young warrior would come to save the day. A warrior with the heart of a dragon, destined to find the heart of the sky, a crystal said to have the power to restore peace to the land. But the crystal was being guarded by a fearsome dragon, one that hadn't been seen for centuries. Would the young warrior be able to defeat it? And would he be able to restore peace to his war-torn kingdom? Let's find out. Our story begins with a young warrior named Dylan. Dylan had always felt different from the other villagers. While they cowered in fear at the mere mention of the dragon, he felt a strange sense of calm wash over him. One day, while exploring the ruins of an old castle, Dylan stumbled upon an ancient scroll that told the legend of the heart of the sky and the dragon that guarded it. According to the prophecy, only a pure of heart could retrieve the crystal and bring peace to the land. Dylan didn't know it at the time, but he was about to embark on a perilous journey that would test his courage, his strength, and his resolve. As he made his way through the cursed forest, he was attacked by shadowy figures that seemed to emerge from the trees themselves. With his sword drawn, he fought back. Parrying their blows and dodging their attacks, the battle was fierce, but Dylan prevailed, slaying all of the creatures and banishing them back to the darkness from whence they came. But his troubles were far from over, for the forest was just the beginning. The ancient scroll spoke of 3 trials that Dylan would have to overcome if he wanted to retrieve the heart of the sky. The first was the Whispering Caves, where the very rocks seemed to mock him and whisper doubts in his ear. The second was the Bridge of Lost Souls, where the spirits of those who had died there long ago still lingered. And the third and final trial was the Dragon's Lair, where the fearsome beast itself awaited him. As he journeyed deeper into the forest, the trees grew darker and more twisted, the air grew colder, and the sound of his own footsteps echoed eerily around him. He pressed on, determined to reach the end of the forest and begin the next part of his journey. Suddenly, he heard a voice that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. "Well met, young warrior," the voice said. "You have come far, but your journey is far from over." Dylan turned to face the source of the voice, but he saw no one. "Who's there?" he called out, his voice echoing in the stillness. "Show yourself." The voice chuckled, and then it spoke again. "I am the guardian of this forest, and I have been watching you. You have shown great courage and strength. But you will need more than that if you wish to retrieve the heart of the sky." With that, the voice faded away, leaving Dylan alone in the eerie silence of the forest. He soon came across a clearing where a magnificent castle stood in ruins. It was clear that this was the place he was looking for. As he approached the castle, he could feel the presence of the dragon growing stronger. Dylan took a deep breath and steeled himself for the battle to come. But as he stepped into the courtyard, he saw something that made him stop in his tracks. There in the center of the courtyard was a beautiful woman standing with her back to him. She was tall and slender, with long flowing hair that seemed to catch the wind even though there was no breeze. "Who are you?" Dylan asked, his voice echoing in the vast emptiness of the courtyard. The woman turned around and Dylan gasped. Her eyes were glowing orbs of pure white light, and her skin was as pale as moonlight. "I am the sorceress," she said, her voice like the tinkling of bells. "And I have been waiting for you." Dylan was stunned by her beauty and the power that seemed to emanate from her very being. But he knew that he couldn't stay there all day. He had to get to the dragon lair before it was too late. "I don't have much time," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "I need to find the dragon." The sorceress nodded understandingly. "Very well, young warrior. I will help you, but I can only guide you so far. The rest of the journey must be done alone." With that, she raised her hand and pointed toward a dark opening in the castle wall. "Go now," she said, "and may the gods be with you." So began the most epic battle of Dylan's life. He fought with all the strength and skill he possessed, but the dragon was just too powerful. Just when he thought all hope was lost, the sorceress appeared, and with a wave of her magic, banished the dragon and its minions, causing them to flee into the distance. "You have proven yourself worthy, young warrior," she said, her voice filled with pride. "The heart of the sky is yours." Dylan looked at the sorceress and saw that her form was fading, becoming one with the crystal. Then she vanished, leaving Dylan in possession of the heart of the sky. At that moment, Dylan realized that the prophecy had been fulfilled. He had found the heart of the sky and defeated the dragon. But as he turned to leave, he heard a voice that made him freeze in his tracks. So the prophecy was true. The voice said, "A young warrior has come to claim the heart of the sky." Dylan turned around and saw the dragon standing before him, its eyes glowing with an eerie green light. "I thought I had defeated you," Dylan said. His voice shaking slightly, the dragon let out a low growl, and then it spoke again. "I am beyond your understanding, young warrior. I am the spirit of this realm, and the heart of the sky is mine by right." Dylan was taken aback by the dragon's words. He had thought that he was on a quest to defeat the dragon, but now he wasn't so sure. Could there be more to the story? What did the dragon mean when it spoke of being the spirit of the realm? Dylan looked down at the heart of the sky in his hands, and suddenly he understood. The dragon wasn't his enemy. It was his ally. The prophecy had never been about destroying the dragon. It had always been about working with it. With a newfound sense of purpose, Dylan raised the heart of the sky high above his head and shouted, "Then let us do this together." That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.